The bus stop philosopher. Sometimes the person who changes your life isn't a celebrity. It's a stranger waiting on the same ride. Life was moving fast. Deadlines, notifications, late nights. Dan was always rushing from home to work to nowhere in particular. Every day felt the same: wake up tired, work without meaning, come home numb. But it was Tuesday morning, 7:12 a.m., when everything began to change. He was running late again and just missed his bus. Frustrated, he sat on the metal bench at the corner of 5th and Pine next to an old man, thin, quiet, still holding a worn leather book in one hand and a half-eaten apple in the other. They sat in silence until the man said, without looking up, "Isn't it funny how we rush through life like we're late to our own funeral?" Dan gave a half laugh. Was that a joke? A philosophy? Or just some weird old guy being poetic? He brushed it off, but the words stuck. Days pass. Bus stop becomes routine. The next morning, same time, same stop. The old man was there again. This time he spoke first. "You look like your thoughts are heavier than your backpack." Dan smirked. "I've got bills, man. Deadlines. A boss who thinks urgent means yesterday." The old man nodded slowly. "Life gets louder the more you ignore the quiet." Dan raised an eyebrow. "What's that supposed to mean?" The old man smiled. "You won't hear what matters until you stop listening to what doesn't." Dan didn't know what to say, but something in him listened. Weeks go by, wisdom shared in small bites. Every morning, Dan began looking forward to that bench. The old man never gave advice. He gave riddles, wrapped in silence. Peace isn't found when life gets easier. It's found when your thoughts get lighter. Gratitude is the antidote to anxiety. If you don't slow down, you'll speed past the reason you started. Little by little, Dan noticed something. His morning anxiety, lighter; his impatience, quieter; his breathing, deeper. The world hadn't changed, he had. Office, conflict with boss, stressful meeting. One morning, Dan faced chaos at work. Systems crashed. A client pulled out. His boss snapped at him in front of the team. Before, Dan would have shut down. Instead, he paused. He remembered the old man's words. "You can't control the storm, but you can control whether you carry an umbrella or dance in the rain." He breathed, responded instead of reacting. Solved the issue calmly. Surprised even himself. Bus stop. The man is missing. The next morning, no old man. Dan waited. 5 minutes, 10, 15. Nothing the next day, still gone. And the day after that. Final morning. Empty bench, but Dan sits anyway. Dan sat alone looking at the traffic. The noise didn't bother him anymore. He reached into his bag, pulled out a notebook, and started writing. Not a to-do list, not deadlines. Thoughts, reflections, gratitude. Sometimes the greatest teachers don't have classrooms. Sometimes wisdom doesn't shout. It waits in silence for someone who's ready to listen. Dan never saw the old man again, but his life changed forever. He stopped rushing, started listening, began choosing peace over pressure, because sometimes the person who saves your life is just a stranger at the same bus stop.